Well, it was a tale of two halves. I thought Florida State did an excellent job of really with their. I thought Florida State was, down the floor. They statistically, you see how many points they get in the paint and how they points off turnovers, offensive rebounds. They hit some tough pull-up threes, and they were getting in, splitting our defense. And I didn't think we did a great job, and a lot of that was a credit to how aggressive and the movement they had offensively, and they played hard defensively. But I thought we adjusted. Devin did a terrific job of keeping us in there. In the second half, I thought we showed some heart, and guys made free throws, big plays. The defense tightened up enough. Wasn't perfect, but it was better, and then they didn't hit as many of the tough shots.
What was the difference in the first half and second half on defense and offense?
Well, I think in the second half, offensively, we got more aggressive off the bounce. We had to. They really overplay, so you have to use the dribble. And, our bigs were clocking out and tried to open up the court. And you needed to make some big shots and big plays, so we were aggressive there. And, we realized it's a battle, and maybe catches got a little easier as we moved a little harder. And, the pressure was really intense early. It was hard to even get catches, so we opened up the floor. And then defensively, we tried to get back even better. If we didn't have a chance at an offensive rebound, we said, let's just make them play against a set defense and do a better job of contesting their shots. And they hurt us a couple times in that ball screen slip, but we felt like we needed to bounce the dribbler out just to keep them in front of us and then try to rebound better. So I thought we tightened the screws, and guys made some individual plays.
Gene, I know you said it wasn't perfect, but for 9 minutes and 1 second in the second half, down the stretch, they did not score a field goal. What was the difference there in that body of time?
Yeah, I didn't know it was that long. Again, they probably missed some, and I think we just realized we're on the ropes and we better get stops. We understand we have to be so good. It was just one of those games, and the game wasn't out of reach, but you better come. You couldn't exchange buckets with them. It was one of those where we needed to just get a stop. We always talk about scoring a stop, or at least quality shot, and they got to get a contested shot. And I thought guys made some hustle plays and just, we got some bounces, and then, a couple big shots offensively infused us with the energy, and then it tightened up a little bit for them.
Okay, Sam?
When you talked about how they kind of started out, running the ball down the court and playing really pressure defense, do you think that was going to be something they could sustain, or were you kind of waiting for that moment to get some break?
No, I mean, that's at home. I mean, they're good, and even on the road, they've been playing good basketball, and they have the depth and they have the athleticism, and Coach does a great job with that. So we knew we were going to have to try to get it to our game, and you hope you can outlast them and it would lighten up, but the way it was looking in the first half, it was coming in waves, and we had some breakdowns, and that cost us. Once we got established in the second half, I could tell, okay, it's getting a little easier. We're making some more plays, and there's so much energy you have, and both teams, or at least I can speak us, we were riding those guys pretty hard, so we were fatigued, but it was just who could it was a gut check time.
Doug, you talk about DeAndre and the free throws at the end.
Yeah.
He gets fouled at the other end. Did it look like they were trying to foul him?
Yeah. Mamadi and DeAndre both made big free throws. I don't know how DeAndre's shot didn't go in when he drove when they pressured him, but we needed some production. I thought Isaiah made a big-time move when they overplayed Kyle, and he went in there and got his basket late. So it was nice to see some free throws and baskets again from the front line, because they were dogging our guards. But again, Ty made that tough shot, and we got some looks. But again, like you said, Sam, I was hoping that they couldn't maintain that kind of intensity and we could get some cleaner looks, and then maybe it'd even affect them a little bit on their offensive end. And it was just one of those games. It was back and forth, possession game, and we came away with enough key buckets and key stops.
Okay, take it right there.
Tony, 12-0 in the ACC, with as tough as this conference is, just how much of an accomplishment is that, and how do you guys see yourselves the second half of the conference?
Yeah, I mean, I knew this was going to be, I knew they were coming after us in this one. I mean, not just because of the spot we're in, there's a heightened sense of focus and all that, but how they play, how they are playing, how they play at home and even on the road. And I knew we were going to have to scrap and fight. I had a feeling it was going to be a challenge, and that they might, as Coach Soderberg says, he's got that little placard or a sign on it saying, everybody's got a plan until someone punches you in the mouth or in the face, and that's, I think it's a Mike Tyson quote, actually. So, but we got punched in the mouth, and for a while we were kind of lukewarm on how we responded. And then in the second half, we responded. We got back to saying, okay, and that leadership of Devin and how he played and guys made plays were the difference. Hard league to be successful in. When you win on the road, that's big. When you win at home, and you know, it's our guys have done a terrific job. I mean, would I have thought we'd be 12-0 at this point? Probably not, but they're playing the right way, and they don't quit. That's for sure.
Gee. Tony, what is it about this group that allows them to thrive on the road? Obviously, you win at Cameron, you win at the Dome, and you come here, you're down 10, you race that. I mean, what is it about this group?
Well, I think, you know, I think I'd say they're very clear on how they have to play. They can at times rely on their defense, although that didn't look good in the first half, but they can rely on their defense, and they're a shot or a possession or two away from a guy banging a big 3 or 2, getting different kinds of buckets. So they've showed that pretty consistently, and we know that it'll just continue to escalate in terms of the places we have to play and who we have to go against, but they've embraced the challenge up to this point.
Take it in the back.
Coach, 10 seconds left. Their guard is coming down forward. You guys are up by 3. Did you guys foul to kind of keep that game close and not let them make a game time?
Yeah, you know, there's stats on that. There's split camps. In that scenario, would I consider doing it? Absolutely. But in that scenario, we're going to make them shoot a tough shot. And, you know, they're pretty big, and they can offensive rebound on free throws. You can bring a lot of things into play, but I don't know what the right answer is on that. I'll be honest, to not foul the foul. Tonight it was the right answer, right? We didn't foul. But it's one of those where I've seen teams win that way, and I've seen teams lose that way, and I've been on both sides of it. So, but that was just make them shoot a tough shot and rebound, and that was the plan tonight.
2 more, Justin, then Doug.
Mamadi has not been on the court late in a lot of close games. Obviously, there was foul trouble with Isaiah. He gets fouled. You go to the TV timeout. He has a lot of time to think about those 2 free throws. What was your level of confidence coming out of that timeout? Did you say anything to him?
No, I didn't. I thought he did a great job, obviously stepping up, shot him with confidence. You know, we do our competition free throw shooting every practice. You're there, you know how we do it. You know, it's always an intriguing spot, but you step to the line and shoot them. And I was proud of or thankful, I should say, of how he responded in that situation, and the same with DeAndre, because, you know, those are younger guys, and we needed every one of them for sure.
Doug, and then Sam.
Your teams have played well on the road over the years, relatively speaking, but this has been a tough place for you to play. Did you feel that coming in, and did that make it any more special because of here?
I just knew this is tough, and I knew how they were playing, and I knew their pressure, and just, again, where we're at, being undefeated in the league, I know you know you're going to get the target, or you're going to get people's focused effort. So I understood that. Actually, I recall when Joe Harris got his concussion back in here, and that was kind of a turning point for us. But I have the utmost respect for how hard Leonard gets these guys to play offensively and defensively, and you can see what they can do in stretches, and we were just fortunate to kind of hang in there.
Okay, Sam. The way Ty's kind of playing late in the shot clock, down the stretch of games, does it kind of impact maybe how you might call a play down the stretch of a game, knowing the way he can step up?
Well, I think we got quite a few guys who can make a big shot, and you saw that. And you know, Ty hit that big one. We got a great look for Kyle, but guys have done that. Devin was, I thought, really good tonight. So you know, you just kind of read the game and the situations, but he's got some range, but yet he can get into that lane too, and he's clever.